This, surprisingly, marijuana pipe, mostly often associated with methamphetamine, because I've seen these pipes, and this is the only one I've ever seen that I had a choice to purchase. So I did. It was orange, and my friend the other day told me that his favorite color was orange, and I said, well, there's no other reason, buy it. And I said, how much for that? And she said, $12. And I said, that's so cheap. And I said, I have to buy it now. So it was purchased at a store, and now nobody has a choice to purchase another one. I've checked, and I will not make sure that they put another one up there, because, right, these are made for meth heads. They all have little bubbles on top. And, you know, first of all, I'd like to say that the stems, when I purchased this, were orientated in the improper positions. So I had to move those stems around just not to burn my forehead when I smoked pot out of this thing, because they're made for methamphetamine users. Well, let me show you. They are oriented in the same fashion in the wrong holes. Okay, but this is a definite reproduction of a definite thing. It has 2 rows of teeth. That would mean it's a baby. It's a baby skull. Yes, babies are born with 2 rows of teeth. Right. And so I dated this skull, not dated as in like romantically, at about approximately just before 7 months of gestation inside the womb of a female human being. And I can say approximately that I cannot say whether this is a 7-month-old child or a 6.5-month-old abortable fetus. As the laws stand today, you know, the gestation period of a human being is approximately 9 months. And if you decide to get an abortion at 6.5 months, this is the size of your baby's skull. So, you know, regardless of the use of this, I have to tell you that all of this is true. I was trying to determine the sex of this skull, and I said it's a female. I said, no, you can't say that, because it's actually indeterminate, because the jaw hasn't fully developed. It's got 2 rows of teeth. That means it's a child's skull. Oh, so it's to proportions exactly the size of a 6 or 7.5-month-old child developed in the womb of a healthy human being. And so maybe this is about the size, if you decided at 6.5 months, which is still legal, to get an abortion. Is it murder? This is the size of the skull of the baby you just killed inside you. So if you're going to get an abortion, right, why can't you keep your birth control in order? I don't know. I was adopted, and I was allowed to live because of the petition of the Roman Catholic Church, who I'd like to thank for a chance to live at least, because my mother said she wanted an abortion. Thanks, Mom. And, you know, I asked her, what, you know, tell me about you when you were pregnant with me. And she did, very honestly. And, you know, honestly, I had to kick her to the curb. And because she would not listen to me either. So I don't have a family at all. I have no family whatsoever now. And they're all just kicked to the curb, as am I, alone in this world. But, you know, I was adopted, and I'm really shocked at the amount of material available in adoption. Oh, I would say that, right, you know, if you're going to get pregnant, and you get pregnant, you better figure something out. And I would recommend abortion over adoption in the long term, with what the material that has been prescribed to me to read. In my own experience, I would say, right, for all best purposes, adoption is not the option. Abortion is probably the more with the most mercy overall, you know. But do it right away, before, right, but you can wait in indecision until the baby is developed to this proportion, and then I call that murder. You know, and women are allowed the right to choose. I think that that's the best thing. Keep it their it's their decision, and I think the best option is to vote for pro-choice, not pro-life, because pro-life is the wrong vote. I'm adopted. I was told that I would have been aborted, and I'm glad that I was given the chance to live and speak, as the voice, of the unborn soul.